Hello and welcome back to Canuck Park Hopper. I'm Scott and today we're here at West Edmonton Mall to check out the progress on their brand new roller coaster set to open later this year in 2026 or maybe early 2027. But wait, did I just say a roller coaster is opening up in a mall? West Edmonton Mall is no ordinary mall. It was actually the largest mall in the world from 1981 until 2004, and it's currently the 4th largest and still the largest in North America. This mall is over 800 shops, but it also has a skating rink, a go-kart track, a water park, an indoor lake complete with its own pirate ship, and what we're going to check out, an indoor amusement park. And no matter where we are, still can't escape Disney. It looks like they have a couple princesses meeting some people out on the bridge over the indoor lake. And let's see what the prices are here. General admission, $67. That seems kind of high. I guess that's Canadian though. That would be about $47 American. So I guess that's not bad for a pretty big amusement park. Galaxyland, which opened in 1981, although under the name Fantasyland, it didn't switch to Galaxyland until 1995, is kind of the only amusement park in definitely northern Alberta, but basically western Canada. So this has been a staple of this mall and all of our childhoods for years. And Galaxyland was taken over by Hasbro in 2022. We'll see that everything has a Hasbro theme, including the new coaster that we're going to go check out in the back corner. Here's the brand new coaster. Not the yellow track, but the orange and green track. So they've actually done quite a lot in here. You can see this new coaster in the orange and green behind there. Goes high, but it doesn't go all the way up. At the very top there, you can see the little catwalk over there. The old Mindbender went all the way up there. It took full advantage of the space. So this one won't be as high overall, but hopefully gives just as good a thrills. You can see they've already installed a lot of track and they have a bunch of supports here for even more to go in. We're pretty excited about this new coaster coming, but it does have some big shoes to fill. The coaster that sat in this spot before was called the Mindbender, and it was, no joke, one of the best indoor coasters in the whole world. It opened in 1985 and it closed in 2023, so it had almost 40 years here. It was actually the tallest indoor coaster in the world for 30 of its 37 years. And it had 3 crazy loops, 2 back-to-back, which a lot of people, myself included, always grayed out on, and then 1 final loop over the walking path, which was so fun to do. And when I say it was one of the best coasters, well, it had a top speed of 60 miles per hour, or about 100 kilometers per hour, and it had 5.5 Gs, making it one of the most forceful coasters in North America. For interest's sake, Hulk only has 4 Gs. Velocicoaster about 4 to 4.4 Gs. Iron Gwazi only has 3.5 to 4 Gs, and Rock and Roller Coaster has about 5 Gs. So to put it in perspective, the Mindbender compared to the Hulk had about 40% more positive force. That is crazy. This new coaster won't carry the same Gs as the Mindbender did. It'll actually focus more so on like inversions, launches, being just a smooth coaster in general. So it'll be a completely different ride, but hopefully an equal step in the right direction for Galaxyland. As I mentioned, it closed in 2023 due to maintenance costs and the scarcity of replacement parts. It's tough too because this building was built for the Mindbender. You can see how the roof angles up here because it wanted to have enough space. So after the coaster was removed, the new engineers obviously had to design a coaster that could now fit into this space, which is no easy task. Down here was the old loading station for the Mindbender. You'd load in right over there, and you'd travel all the way up here to this giant drop and come down. Obviously, that will not be happening for this coaster. I'm not quite sure where we will actually load and unload here, but it's looking like they'll probably be on the other side. Somewhere over here, I could definitely see the load and unload being. I was afraid they weren't going to use the whole space here like they did for the Mindbender, but it looks like that's kind of a big launch. And it looks to be a very cool element where you travel along on the green track back there by the windows, flip upside down to go to the highest point, at least the highest point right now. It looks like it'll be the highest point. I don't see any other supports, so I doubt it'll get much higher than that. One thing that I've been hearing is that this coaster is actually going to have two different modes. A family-friendly mode, which will be the green track here, and then a more thrilling mode, which will include the orange track. So you can see on the element right here where the green track turns into the orange track. What we're thinking is that for the family-friendly mode, it'll come up on the green track and then have a rollback behind, potentially going backwards as you come down the track here. When they turn it into the more thrilling mode, it'll go fully through and it'll come into that upside down stall. This is super cool. I've personally never heard of or seen a roller coaster that has two different modes on it for the exact same coaster. I don't know how this will work logistically, but I am excited to find out and to see it in action. Not much is known about this coaster just yet, except for it'll be a NERF-themed coaster, and it is being made by Vekoma. Now, if you're like, what's Vekoma? Well, some of Vekoma's famous coasters are Cosmic Rewind, Expedition Everest, Tron, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Rock and Roller Coaster, Big Thunder Mountain at Walt Disney World, and Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris, which, if you know, is the best version of Space Mountain. The Mindbender helped define Galaxyland for nearly 4 decades. Replacing a legend like that was never going to be easy. But if there's one company capable of pulling it off, it's Vekoma. Whether the new coaster reaches the same legendary status remains to be seen, but it's already one of the most fascinating coaster projects in North America. We'll make sure to stop by more often to see how the project is unfolding, and we'll update you on when there's actually going to be an opening date. And you better believe we'll be there. Thanks for coming along to check up on the progress on this new NERF coaster. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like as it will really help the channel grow. And if you want more theme park content, including some more content on this roller coaster here, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Canuck for more theme park fun. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.